feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Daniels, he's checked in for Indiana. Pablo Prigioni comes in for McCallum. It's tipped. And Williams, here we go. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. He doesn't get the second one. Boston leading by 14. Pass to Hairston. Right side, Durant. No good off the front iron. Now Daniels. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Launches it. Indiana again missing.
And they've missed the first 3 shots of the third quarter.
Durant, the pass to Hairston. He dishes it to McCallum. And the foul on Pablo Prigioni. That's his first foul. Boston making some changes. Harold, he's checked in for Gobert. Fredette comes in for Hairston. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for McCallum. Fires for 3. Antic can't get it to go. And Prigioni kicks to Williams. He feeds it to Prigioni. Here's Serafin. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way.
Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to the second half. Still scoring.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Xavier Henry, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Here's Serafin. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Pass to Henry. It's tipped. Stolen by Evans. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Evans leading the charge. Over in the corner, Williams. Here's Daniels. They get it back. Knocked away. It's stolen by Fredette. Here's Prigioni. Banked in off the glass. Prigioni's got 7 points in the game.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. Boston making a switch here. Hamilton's checked in. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Sims is checked in. Thompson comes in for Jeremy Evans. Chambers is checked in for Derek Williams. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Pablo Prigioni. That is good. Fredette's got 5 points now this quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Gioni for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
For Indiana, they have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Daniels. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Now, here is Fredette. 8 points for him. Henry kicks to Fredette. Hamilton dishes to Fredette. 6 to shoot. Regione, that's a two-pointer. And it's Boston with another.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go.
And McCallum kicks to Sims. An easy 2 points on the layup. Sims has got his first 2 points.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Antic gets it to go. And Boston leads by 21.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
Kept alive. Pass to Chambers. From deep. The three-quarter. Here's McCallum. We've got Durant. McCallum is out there with Hairston. And it's Rudy Gobert. That's the Boston 5. Deflects the pass. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. No good from Hairston.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Well, it started about a decade ago, but you would have to say that although the best players in the league might be wingmen, this generation is known for its point guard. There are a bunch of great ones out there, and that's pretty cyclical when you talk about the positions of dominance across the league throughout its history. It's been point guards, big guys, wingmen, and right now I think point guards are right there at the top of the heap.
They set the pick. McCallum, the pass to Gobert. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right, a terrific screen right there. Steve allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
It's deflected and stolen by Williams. Evans attacking. Buries it from about 10 feet away. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's McCallum. It's Durant on the wing. Pulls it up. Cans the shot from the wing. Durant's got 22 points.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Well, just too many easy buckets, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
Some changes for Indiana. Sims is checked in, and it's Anderson in for Jeremy Evans. Indiana trails by 21. Morrill kicks to McCallum, and they're running up the floor.
Oh, get it! Watch out now. Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Sports medicine, really a key part to keeping NBA players on the court. It's getting so advanced, as are most things when it comes to performance and performance enhancement. But I read recently that they've discovered a new knee ligament. And you'd think they'd have it all mapped out by now, but apparently not. They continue to make new discoveries.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. To the left side wing. Here's Sims. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Boston with the ball. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And you look at the players around the league who have dealt with serious injuries over their careers and then, Steve, been able to return. Such a great boost to the league.
Yeah, no doubt, especially injuries that would be career-ending. Now players can often return to near 100%. You never want to go under the knife, but if it's that or hang them up for good, the choice is easy.
Shooting for Boston. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Boston.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Ennis misses. Indiana trails by 20. Here's McCallum. There's the pick. McCallum with the rebound. McCallum's got his third rebound on the night. And the basket by Morrow.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Here's McCallum, and the shot is good.
They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at them.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Indiana. Derek Williams comes in for Ennis. Well, guys, the D-League, a test bed for ideas that might, make their way to the NBA. And one thing we've seen there is a mission to get games down to 2 hours in length. They really want to shorten the length of these games.
Well, they've banned consecutive timeouts. They've reduced their number overall. The idea is to hold viewers' attention and provide time certainty for the broadcasters.
3 on the clock. Durant, no good. Indiana trails by 18.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it, and the other did. Huge margin of victory for Boston.
Clark, what do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
Beyond the actual results of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Kevin Durant. You have to love the way that he was closing out defensive trips. I mean, he would always body up and really be physical. That's why he ended up with so many boards.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
And condensing the game, we've seen it at the NBA level too, cracking down on pregame rituals and requiring players back on the court quickly after the timeout. The commissioner even talked to owners about shortening the game to 40 minutes, so less might be more in some ways. We'll see. I'm in agreement with that. I'd love to see some of the fat trimmed off the game. I don't know if 40 minutes is where I'd go, but some of the extra things that delay the game, I would love to see that pace picked up so there's not as much wasted minutes during the course of a 48-minute game.
Boston making a switch here. Prehioni's checked in. And stolen by Hamilton. And Prehioni kicks to Henry. The dish now to Antic. Fires the three.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
And the basket by Chambers.
Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
Prehioni dishes to Hamilton. Kicks it to Prehioni. Here's Henry. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each